top 5 center builds on NBA 2K26. Before we do get into the video, make sure you don't skip over this part, okay? So we're going into season 3, okay? We're in season 3, and I have 17 card breakers. As you can see, this is 17 card breakers, and I'm getting 2 more from my 200 lifetime challenges, which you can see my 196, and then 1 from this season from level 40. I haven't been playing the game much recently, but I'm gonna lock in and hit level 40 in like 2-3 days. So I'm gonna have 19 card breakers. Of course, I'm not making these builds with 19 card breakers because most people don't have that. But having that in mind, I'm gonna assume most people are either starter 5 or close to starter 5. So every build is gonna be made around 12 or so card breakers, okay? I'm just being conservative. 12 or so card breakers for most builds I'm making, so just keep that in the back of your mind. If you need help to get card breakers, if you want me to make a video on how to get card breakers fast on this game, comment down below, I'll make that video. But every build is going to be around 12 card breakers. So yeah, let's get into the builds. Let's get into the top 5 centers. Let me make you guys some goated builds. So the first build is this build right here. It's a 6'9", 242 pounds, 7'3" wingspan build. You like looking at this build, it's 83-point shot. You get silver set shot. You can plus 2 it to Hall of Fame, and your knockdown shooter with Hall of Fame set shot. 80 driving dunk is more than good enough for when you roll to the basket. 48 standing dunk gives you the standing dunk animations, so it's good enough. And then 75 pass accuracy for the gold break starter. Again, this build specifically is a park 3s and 2s build. For Pro-Am, it's not you can run this build in Pro-Am too, but for Rec, where you can throw a bunch of outlet passes, I recommend a higher pass accuracy build, which I will show you guys, because I'm going to show you guys 3 versions of a 6'9" build, okay? So there's going to be 3 different versions of this build. So yeah, the pass accuracy is a 75 only, but then the defense is where this build gets glitchy. You have an 84 interior, 85 perimeter, 60 steal, and 93 block. So what you do with this build is you plus 4 the block to get Hall of Fame paint controller. You plus 5 the rebound and defensive rebound to get Hall of Fame rebound chaser and box out beats, and then you plus 2 the strength to get a gold break wall, which you can plus 2 to legend. So the reason why this build is so glitchy is Challenger, Armbar Menace, and Pick Dodger are all tier 2 badges, so you can plus 2 your Challenger to have Hall of Fame Challenger, and then you can plus 1 your Armbar Menace to have gold Armbar Menace, and then you can literally switch onto the guards and never give up a 3 because your defensive badges are so good, even though you're a 6'9" center who's pretty heavy, 242, and you have the 91 strength that you can get the legend break wall and everything. So this is why this build is so glitchy. This is build number 1, and once you finish it, load it up. The build is called a Edge Enforcing Bulldozer, a very interesting name. And then I'll go of course go ahead and show you guys the card breakers on the build, because that's kind of what you have to do nowadays in build videos. You have to show the card breakers just so you know what you're working with, right? So let's get into the card breakers right about now. So as you can see, the card breakers, you're gonna go 5 on your defensive rebound, you're gonna go 4 on the block, and you're gonna go 2 on the strength. And then after that, you can decide what you want to do with your card breakers. You can start upgrading your driving dunk and get a higher driving dunk if that is a problem that you have with this build. You don't really get a high steal, the perimeter doesn't really do anything, and interior defense doesn't do anything as well. You could start upgrading your offensive rebound, but I wouldn't personally recommend it, because once you have legend rebound chaser, it really does not matter about your offensive rating. You will be getting offensive rebounds like no problem, because the center I play with runs almost an identical build to this. So this works perfectly fine. You can rock with this build. If you want more pass accuracy, you can get a 87 or yeah, I believe at 87 pass accuracy as well. So you could unlock gold break starter with this build as well. So those are things you can card break in the future. But for your first card breakers, 5 here, 4 here, and then 2 here. That's where your first 11 card breakers will go. After that, you can decide if you want more pass accuracy or driving dunk. That is all up to you. So yeah, that is build number 1. Now let's jump into build number 2. This is the second build on the video. This build might look weird off of rip, but let me tell you guys, my boy Latchet, who was #1 in Canada last season, runs this exact center build that me and him made together. So this build works. I promise you, this is not a prank. No, nothing. Maybe oh no, sorry. The close shot was up because the offensive rebound. I don't know why I was up. So this is the build you run. So this build, the finishing and the shooting is almost the same. Your pass accuracy, you have one more. You have 76 instead of 75. But that one gives you a versatile visioning on silver. So it is really nice. And then the big difference here is the defense. So basically what you have switched out is your interior defense and your block for steal. So now you can play the passing lanes a lot more and get more steals instead of blocks and protecting the paint. So it comes down to what type of center you want to play. If you want to be the center that's out there blocking shots, then you want to go with the first build, which has high interior, high block, and then low steal. If you want one that gets more steals, which has gold interceptor, you can +2 to legend, then you want to rock this build right here. With this build, you can still be pretty decent defensively because you could +2 your paint controller. I would recommend +2ing that over your interceptor, to be honest, to get gold paint controller and a +1 your interceptor to Hall of Fame. Then your defense will still be very solid. You're not just gonna get scored on the paint because you are 6'9" at the end of the day with a 7'3" wingspan, but you will get scored on a bit more than the other build. And then for this one, the rebounding is flipped. You have a 94 offensive, 85 defensive. If you want the other way around, of course, you can just flip it around, no problems as well. 80 speed, 75 agility, 89 strength. Then you're gonna +2 to get 91 to get gold brick wall. Then you can +2 it, +1 it, whatever you want to do with your brick wall. Gold brick wall is good enough. You can run Hall of Fame or Legend if you want. And it's 78 vertical for the for a pogo stick. It's only 77, but we went 78 because we had extra attribute, and why not? So, and this is a build number 2. I'm not gonna show you guys the card breakers because there's no like glitchy card breakers. Like you can card break your driving dunk a decent amount. You can card break your pass accuracy a decent amount, but like that's basically about it, right? So yeah, this is the build. Let's jump into build number 3, and this is the third version of this 6'9" center build. This is the no shooting inside center build. You have the 89 driving dunk, 71 standing dunk, 75 driving layup, 79 close shot. Really good finisher inside. You also have the 87 pass accuracy, which gets you the gold break starter, gold versatile visioning, gold diamond, and bronze bailout, which is all really nice badges. And defensively, you're just elite. You have gold paint patrol that you can +1 or 2 to Hall of Fame or Legend. You have gold high flying denier. You get interceptor and glove, and your perimeter defense is obviously elite. And once again, it's 6'9", so all of these badges will be a tier 2 badge. You can upgrade them to +2s and +1 very easily. You have the 94 defensive rebound, which you can +5 to 99. Obviously, if you want an offensive rebound, you could flip them around. There's no problems at all. And then this is the physicals. I will +2 the strength to a 91, 80 a vertical for the legend pogo stick. I would recommend +2ing this eventually to 90 because you will get more rebounds with a 90 vertical. I will go ahead and load it and show you guys the card breakers for this build because this is like a pure inside. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and show you guys the card breakers for this exact build. Once we have loaded it, I'll go ahead and show you guys the card breakers. Start hooping in the city. Skip the cutscene, and now here you can have a look at the card breakers. So with these card breakers, you're obviously gonna put 5 over here, right? 5 here, and then 2 here. That's only 7. So what I would do next, I would try to get the 93 driving dunk to get gold posterizer and get contact dunks. You could upgrade your passing some more. You could upgrade your ball handle even. That goes up a decent amount. I don't know how high that goes up, but that goes up a decent amount. You can put 5 on your shooting and get 48. That's not worth it. Never mind. I don't do that. But you could do a lot of different things. This is kind of like a low card breaker build that can be really glitchy. If you have more card breakers, obviously you can just tweak some things around. You could like lower your block by a little bit, card breaker to 93, things like that. But I wanted to make one build that is like low card breaker needed. So this one is only 7 card breakers needed, which is 5 right here and then 2 here. And after those 2, I'll probably go get the 90 vertical and then you can just kind of do whatever. You can go for the 93 driving dunk if you want. Put 4 here. You can get some more driving layup. You can get some post scoring. I don't know how high that goes, but if you do the math, that looks like it will go pretty high, probably like 70s or 80s. You can become a mini post scorer. You can get the pass sack. A lot of different ways to go about it, but this is my low cap breaker build. Here it is. So this is my last and final 6'9" build. Now let's jump into build number 4. Here we are. Build number 3 is a 6'11" build that can do it all, and it gets really good cap breakers. First of all, let's talk about the finishing. You have an 89 driving dunk on a 6'11" build to go along with a 90 standing dunk. So you get gold rise up, you get the contact dunks, standing contact dunks, and driving contact dunks. So you will be yamming it on everyone. You also have an 83-point shot. I know all four builds I've shown so far, I've had an 83-point shot. The next build I'm going to show, my 5th build, will be a high shooting build. But so just this is my last low shooting build. Now for our playmaking, we have the 87 pass accuracy for gold break starter, gold versatile visioning, and gold dimer. Defensively, it's really good. We have 77 interior with a 93 block, which gets us that gold paint patroller. Your perimeter and steal, you might think they're low, but this is a super high cap breaker build. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, because with 3 cap breakers you can get your perimeter defense up to a 72, I believe, which gets you challenger, which you need if you're gonna go with a 6'11" build. You kind of need challenger, in my opinion, because if you're not gonna get challenger, then you might as well go 7 foot. So you have to use 3 cap breakers here to get the 72 perimeter defense to get a challenger. Your steal is low, but with 5 cap breakers, I know 5 is a lot, you can get a 74 steal, which gets you silver interceptor and bronze glove. Is it worth it? In my opinion, yes, because you're 6'11" with a 7'5" wingspan. You will be getting a lot of passing lanes, and obviously a 93 block, which gets you the silver high flying denier and a gold paint controller. So the way I made this build, you don't really get the 80 vertical. I would have really loved to get the 80 vertical. Maybe you can cap breaker it. Maybe you can drop some other stats if you want, like, I don't know, maybe if you don't want the dunking as much, you can drop one of them to get the 80 vertical. I unfortunately couldn't get it there, but I really try to change something up to get the 80 vertical, or just cap breaker to 80 vertical. Rebounding 69 offensive, 74 defensive. Offensive is really low, yes, but with legend rebound chaser and 6'11", you will be getting the rebounds no problem. I promise you. My centers that I play with, both 2 of the main centers I play with, they both have like a 69 offensive rebound, and they snag offensive rebound because of legend rebound chaser. And then the physicals are pretty decent as well. 73 speed, 63 agility, 89 strength, and a 77 vertical. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the cap breakers in game, of course, so you guys can have an idea of what they will look like. The build name is called a rim reaping diamond dunker. Really cool name, to be honest. I like the name. So let me go ahead and show you guys what the cap breakers look like on this specific build. Okay, so let's start hooping in the city, finish this up, and then go over here. And now for the cap breakers, so of course you're gonna put 5 on your defensive rebound, and then 2 on your strength. After that, you're gonna put 3 right here on your perimeter defense to get that 74, I believe. Is it 74? Am I tripping? 55 plus 6 plus 6 plus 5. Sorry, 72. Sorry, 72 perimeter defense, which will get you that bronze challenger. And of course, be a bronze challenger is a tier 2 badge that you can plus 2 to gold challenger. So you'll have a gold challenger on a 6'11" build, which is really nice. And for your steal, if you put 5 over here, you will get a 74 steal, which will get you silver interceptor and also bronze glove, which is decent. You're gonna put 2 over here on your strength to get the 91 strength, because you need that. So the first 5 cap breakers on your defensive rebound, 2 cap breakers on your strength, and then from there you can pick if you want steal first or perimeter. So that's where your next cap breaker is gonna go, and from there you start doing your vertical to get the 80 vertical. So put 2 over here as well. So in total, what you really need is 2, 4, 5. So that's 9. 9 plus 5 is 14. Plus 3, 17. That's the most, like that's when the build is fully maxed out. But if you don't like have the steel or like the vertical, like do the vertical last. Honestly, you will be fine without the vertical. But do the other stuff first. Like, so that's what, like 15 card breakers. That's what I have right now without my specialization, and 2 more I'm gonna get. So if you have that, go for it. If not, just do your, maybe get your steel later, like upgrade a little bit, and then just do your rebound, strength, and perimeter defense first, right? You'll still be fine without it. So this is build number 4. Now let's jump into build number 5. Build number 5 is the 6'11" dribbling cab breaker build. Okay, this build is super glitchy because of the cab breakers it gets. So now let's break this build down. Your finishing is elite: 87 driving dunk, 80 stand dunk, 87 post control, which gets you silver unpluckable on a 6'11" build. That is glitchy. You also get post up poet, one of the most underrated badges on this game, and you will also get Hall of Fame post fade phenom, and the other badges are pretty good as well. Your shooting, you have an 88 mid-range shot that caps out at 94, but with only 2 card breakers, 2, you can get a 93 mid-range shot, which gets you all the shooting badges on gold and set shot specialist on Hall of Fame. With 5 card breakers, you go from a 68 3-pointer to a 91 3-pointer. You get silver limitless range, and you also get deep bomber on this build. And then for the playmaking, you get a 76 pass accuracy, which is decent, 75 ball handle, which gets you all the good dribble moves on a 6'11" build, with a 68 speed, which also gets you a lightning launch, and this is the tallest height you can get lightning launch on. So you can +2 this to have gold lightning launch on a 6'11" build. That is glitchy. Now for the defense, 70 interior defense, 49 perimeter defense, but with 5 card breakers. I know this is, I'm telling you, this is a super card breaker heavy build, but with 5 card breakers, you can go up to a 75 perimeter defense, so you will be really good on defense, even though you're 6'11", because you have a 75 perimeter. The 67 steal, which gets you the interceptor and glove, and 84 block, which is high flying denier and paint controller on silver. Rebounding is fairly low for a center build. You have just 70 and 80, which gets you silver rebounding badges, but I would obviously recommend +2ing rebound chaser and then +1ing box out beast to get a Hall of Fame and gold. That will be decent. Like, you're gonna have to be really good at the game to snag, but it will still do fairly okay with this. Like, you will struggle against some 99 rebounding builds, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, but with the 85 vertical, you will still be getting a good amount of boards, but as long as you are positioned well and you know what you're doing. And the physicals are really good as well. You have 79 speed, 72 agility. The strength is once again low for a center build, but keep in mind, this is a dribbling center build, so you're not setting that many screens because you're supposed to be the one dribbling, and you have elite shooting. You can just do 5 out or 3 out and play it like that as well, right? So that's why the strength is low, but because it's supposed to be fast in dribbling, and then the 85 vertical. So let's jump in and I will show you guys the card breakers on this build as well. The build name for this is a mid post creator. Cool name, nothing too crazy. And now let's go ahead and have a look at the card breakers for this specific build. Let's start hooping in the city. And come on. And here it is, the card breaker. So with 2 card breakers, you go from an 88 mid-range to a 93 mid-range, which gets you all the gold badges and Hall of Fame set shot. With 5, you get 91 3-pointer. So that's your first 6 card breakers will be going over there. Your first 7 card breakers will be going over there. Then you're gonna put 5 card breakers over here to get the 75 perimeter defense, and then from there you can kind of decide where you want to go. You can start upgrading your pass accuracy to get a 87 pass accuracy, which this gets you that gold break starter, which is nice. You can put 5 here and get Hall of Fame rise up, which would be nice. Yeah, or you can start getting some layup. It's kind of up to you after that, but yeah, this is build number 5, and since I'm feeling nice, I'm gonna go ahead and do a bonus build. It's gonna be a glitchy build, so let's jump into the last build, which is the bonus build for the video. It's the 6th build, which is the bonus one. Alright, this is the last build. This is the bonus build. This is the 6th build, and let me tell you something. If you have never played center before, do not make this build. if you are not an elite center, do not make this build. If you don't play comp games, comp stage, like comp anything, the comp wagers, do not make this build. This is a super comp build. Okay, this is a build that you will see in stage a lot, very often. So this is a 6'7", 99 steel center build. Okay, so what this build is, you get the 99 steel to just be a menace in the passing lanes, menace on ball, just get every steal. You're not blocking shots, you only have a 74, you're 6'7", but this is just so you can avoid threes. So this is where you just play high up off of switches, you just try to get in the passing lanes and get the stops. You have the 85 perimeter defense, which you do get silver badges, which is good. Your defensive rebounding is a 92, you're gonna plus 4 to get 96, and then your vertical is 90 because you need all the vertical possible to be snagging. Your finishing is only a 72 just so you can do standing dunks, and then you're gonna just play with this build. Okay, this is a super meta build, but you need to be really good at this game to be able to pull this build off. Do I recommend it for most people? No, but if you're good at the game, or if you want a challenge, you can try this build. You're super fast for a center, obviously 88 speed and 77 agility. You're going to be faster than every other center. Your defense is going to be elite. You're never going to give up a 3-pointer with this type of center build, right? But the problem comes where you have to rebound on a 6'7" with only 96 rebounding. It's Hall of Fame badges, but you're going to have to +1 both of them to get legend badges 100%. This build will not work without legend badges. When you have finished the build, you will get the build called ball snatching lockdown bully. Very interesting build.
Okay.
I'm telling you, only make this build if you are an elite level center. If not, you will struggle heavily with this type of build. I'm gonna go ahead and just show you guys the card breakers for this build. As you can see, this is the card breakers. So first you're gonna put 4 card breakers here to get the 96. You're gonna put 5 on the steel to get the 99, and then from there you can try to put 4 here to get the brick wall on Hall of Fame. But I believe brick wall might be a tier 2 badge on this build. I'm not sure. Yep, it is. So you don't really need it because you can just +2 it. And box out beast is also a tier 2 badge. You can +1 this easily. So like you do get some really good tier 2 badges like Pain Patroller, which is a tier 2 badge you can +2. So maybe you do want brick wall on Hall of Fame, so you can +1 it. So the main card breakers here are 4 on defensive rebound, 5 on steal, and then from there you can I would say put 4 on your strength to get Hall of Fame box out beast, and then from there you can just kind of go where you want. Essentially, I would maybe put the 2 card breakers here to get 88 defensive rebounding. I think that would be nice, right? That would be nice. If not, you can upgrade your passing. But this build is like you're only doing dribble handoffs. You're not dotting someone. You're not doing anything else. Just dribble handoffs. That's why you don't need high passing on this build. Or you can start upgrading it, standing dunk to get silver rise up. So yeah, this is the last build. This is a bonus build. I'm telling you, don't make the build if you're not a super sweaty center. If you're an average player, don't make the build. If you're a comp center, go ahead and try this build. And I'm telling you, you're going to be exposing all the other centers if you're elite at the game. And yeah, that is today's video. If you guys did like this video, please make sure to drop a like, comment what you want to see next, subscribe if you're new. Other than that, it's me, Skillzy, and I'm out. Peace out, everybody.